Alright, hi everybody, this is going to be System Test 2 with the FX-64 fire alarm control panel. So in this test, I'm going to be demonstrating two different ways you can perform a fire drill with this panel. But first, before we get into the test, you might notice I did replace that EST low frequency sounder with a System Sensor Spectral or Advanced HR horn. This is set on code 3 low volume. So before running any tests on a fire alarm system, you definitely want to make sure it's not going to call the fire department if this is installed in a building. So you can either A, disconnect the dialer, or B, you can call your monitoring center and tell them that you're running tests. But since I don't have this panel hooked up to a monitoring center, I don't have to do any of that. But for demonstration purposes, I'll go ahead and disconnect the dialer on this panel. You can open it up. It's really easy for this panel. They actually made a button for it. Right here, this button right here, you just go ahead and push it. You might have to enter your level 1 passcode, which the default is 1111, and then press enter. So as you can see right here, the panel does get a trouble when you do it. You can go ahead and acknowledge it by pressing the ACK button, and it says dialer disabled/disconnected. And that's just letting you know that you disconnected the dialer, basically. So in most cases, to perform a fire drill, you're going to want to do it by pulling a pull station. So chances are, if you have this panel, your pull station is going to look something like this. So before you pull it, you're going to want to make sure one thing, and that is that you open it up and that you don't have a glass rod in it. If you do, you just take it on out and then close it back up. If it does not have a glass rod in it, then you can skip that step. The next step for you to do is to go ahead and pull the alarm. When you pull it, the alarms will go off. You're going to wait until they go off and then open back up the pull station, flip the switch back to normal, and then reinstall your glass brake rod. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. The two buttons I just pressed was the acknowledge button and then the silence button. The acknowledge button tells the panel that you're aware of the situation, and then the silence button will shut off all the fire alarms. Once you push those two buttons and the drill is complete, you can go ahead and push the reset button. What the reset button will do is reset all of the alarms that come up on the panel. So let's push it. So the panel now just reset, and as we can see, we still have the trouble that the dialer is disconnected. To get rid of that trouble, we are going to go ahead and reconnect the dialer just by pushing this button once again. And we might have to enter our level 1 passcode again. Now I'm going to show you another way you can activate a fire drill by actually going into the panel settings, finding a feature called drill, and then pushing the enter button. Now logically, you would think that when you push the fire drill button, the monitoring center wouldn't be called saying that there's a fire. But just in case, I'm going to do a little research.
Thank you for calling KIDA, part of UTC Climate Control's. For assistance with KIDA FX series conventional and addressable systems, press 2. All agents are currently assisting other customers. Please hold.
Hi, I just have a quick question. I'm looking to do a fire drill on a FX-64 series, and will the drill function in the settings activate the dialer? Okay, I just did a little research, and it probably doesn't do that, but when it comes to calling out the fire department on accident, you don't want that happening. So the smartest thing to do is just to go ahead and disconnect the dialer. So we'll do that here, enter our level 1 password, and it's disconnected. Now we're going to go into our settings, scroll down to control, and then as we can see, our first option is drill. We're going to go ahead and press enter, and that will start our fire drill. And then once you're done with your drill, you can just press enter again and it'll stop. Alright, here we go. And as we can see, the alarm has stopped, and we're going to go ahead and exit our menu and then re-enable our dialer. And we're done.